Hello guys, this is FK. So it's another week, so it's time for another rant or tech hot take. And today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Devin. Yeah, Devin. Except you have been living under a tech rock, you have most likely heard about Devin. Yeah, Devin is the new AI software programmers that is being kind of pitched to replace us. Yeah, we the software developers. Yeah, our jobs are gone. So Devin came out, and it's quite funny that just a few weeks ago I released a video talking about AI replacing developers and stuff like that, and some people will be probably back here in the comment section like, yeah, I told you AI was surely going to replace software developers. You were saying all these things. See, it's not even next year, and Devin is already out and he's doing all this wonderful stuff and he's coding. Chill. Let's take a look at Devin. Let's look at Devin. I've been checking out stuff on Devin this week and trying to see, trying to like analyze it and see what I can share with you guys. So let's start. To begin, I'm not going to lie to you, I was impressed by Devin. I saw the demo, and honestly, one of the first things that came to my mind is I'm going to really enjoy using this, because it's like now having a peer programmer. Like you now have like this junior programmer that is a machine that you can just give tasks to, and it will just get everything done, like full cycle from start to finish. And it was quite impressive until I watched the video over and over again, and I started becoming less impressed. So let me take you through what I've discovered about Devin from the demo. And I even watched some of the demos in the tweets. The tweets contain the main demo by the CEO, but there are a lot of other demos. If you scroll down, there are a lot of other demos of their staff members demoing different parts of it, its capabilities and what it can do. So the first thing I noticed was that there were a lot of behind the scenes that they were not showing. Yeah, there were a lot of behind the scenes that they were not showing. So they kind of marketed it as this prompt and play kind of system. So you just tell you what to do. You hit enter to your prompt, and even the CEO literally said, and Devin goes to work. Yeah, it's all Devin from there.
From now on, Devin is in the driver's seat.
But then I realized it wasn't all Devin. Yeah, it wasn't all Devin. That whole stuff that he did with Perplexity, the APIs, and doing some sort of benchmark visualization, it wasn't all Devin after the first prompt. There was actually someone prompting Devin in between. There were a lot of in between prompting of a particular engineer steering Devin towards getting the task done. So that was the first thing I realized. It's not prompt and play. It's not Devin build me Facebook and you just hit enter and you just wait and watch Devin build you your next $1 billion idea. Sorry, that's not happening. And also looking closer at the screens, some of those tasks took several minutes. Yeah, they hit speed. They hit what's actually fast forward or something. They hit fast forward on that video. Some of those tasks took as much as 5 minutes. Some took 10 minutes. There were even some that took as much as 30 minutes to be complete. So if you think you're just going to hit a button and count 1 to 10 and you're going to have your next big startup, no, that's not how it's going to happen. No, that it's still. There are some parts of that will still be faster than a normal programmer, definitely. But unlike how it was marketed, it is not it is not going to complete your whole startup in 5 minutes. No, there were a lot of those stuff that took a lot of minutes. I think there was even one, I think it's in the demos that are further down the thread. There was a task that took an hour. To do. And there were some tasks that an actual programmer will finish in like 1 minute, and it took Devin like 5 minutes to do the task. And what if you have to correct that task? Would Devin have to take another 5 minutes? Something that a human can just quickly go back to and just change a particular variable. Will it take Devin to run the entire process and take another 5 minutes? That's something to consider. So and a lot of the code, they didn't show us the source code. they didn't show us the source code. They're only showing us the result. And we know, we've argued a lot of times, it's not about the programming language, it's not about this, it's not about that. It's about what the user can use, it's about how the app performs and stuff. But performance comes from good code, and we are not seeing behind the scenes. We are not seeing the code that is generating behind the scenes. A lot of times these AI code generators generate a lot of jargons, a lot of unmaintainable jargon. If some of you can remember Dreamweaver from the past, you can remember Dreamweaver. Oh my god, Dreamweaver used to generate all this crazy code from his drag and drop front-end designer. So the code still has to be performance, scalable and maintainable, and they are not showing us that part yet. They are not showing us that part. Also, I realized that they didn't build their own models. Yeah, Cognition didn't develop their own models to be targeted towards, being this AI software engineer. No, they are using GPT-4. Yeah, just like a lot of AI startups, Cognition is using GPT-4. So first, they are limited by the capabilities of GPT-4. They are just a wrapper around GPT-4. And with that, their performance will always be reliant on the model, on GPT-4 itself. They are just basically doing well-crafted prompting, funneling it down to GPT-4, which is then producing the result. So at the end of the day, the whole thing, the Devin, which when I thought about the name for that, Devin, because I was wondering what made them name it Devin. I remember, development, dev. I don't know where the ink came from, maybe standard in or stuff, whatever, or input output. Devin. So Devin is basically just ChatGPT with a browser, a code editor, and a CLI. Yeah, that is just what it is. They are automating the results from ChatGPT. Sorry, I don't need to say ChatGPT. From GPT-4, they are automating the results from GPT-4 to run on a CLI, to run in a browser and a code editor, and kind of automating that whole process that a human being would do if they collected their code from a GPT-4 powered NLP or LLM. So yeah, that's what it is. Still powerful. That's still a lot of work to do. They are still doing something amazing. So I'm not kind of shitting on the work. I'm just trying to make you guys know what is behind the scenes, in case you don't know. The whole demo to me was kind of like Sora. It's kind of like Sora. They show you all these impressive results. They don't show you a lot of the hand holding that went on behind the scenes. They show these big results. And even I think Sora was even more honest. They were very honest with their flaws. These are some videos we generated that are not so good. These are some errors we are still working on and everything. But these guys are just basically doing a pitch, and they are making us believe that this is an actual engineer and is as good as a real life engineer. Also, they talked about deploying Devin on Upwork, and that Devin has started collecting gigs, and Devin also currently has a 14%, I think they said 13 point something, but can approximate that to 14%, a 14% satisfaction rate. And I'm not really clear on that, because I feel, who are the clients? Who were the clients giving Devin the work? I'm very, very sure it's a lot of Cognition staff. I'm sure it's done in a controlled environment. So I don't think real life people actually give Devin jobs. And still 14% satisfaction rate on Upwork is still not a good rating. Yeah, it's still a very bad rating. Though Upwork is so crowded with a lot of non-professionals these days that that kind of feels like something like an average satisfaction rate on Upwork. But 14% satisfaction rate for a proficient programmer on Upwork is really, really low. Though that is something that will definitely improve with time. Yeah, I can give them that to improve with time. So that's all that about the behind the scenes, the things I've observed with Devin. Now, I'm going to be talking about how I feel this will scale into the future if it works. If it works as what they have pitched it to be, the AI software developer, how I feel it would scale into the future. I think it will be like cloud computing. Because a lot of people are getting excited, and who the people that are getting excited the most? Yeah, the CEOs that feel that they cannot just pay for automated developers, the clients that feel that they cannot have AI do their work, and so yeah, they are getting all excited. So this can be for them also. I think Devin or tools like Devin, which I feel a lot of people are still going to produce a lot of Devin knockoffs very, very soon, because like I said, it's just an abstraction over GPT-4. Devin is going to be similar to cloud computing. Tools like Devin are going to be similar to cloud computing. There are some things we're discovering about cloud computing now, and is the fact that it is cheap to do small things. Yeah, when you want to do small things with Devin, like create simple apps, simple websites, or some proof of concept that you want to go and present to clients and stuff, yeah, you will get that. You'll get a lot of those done. Devin will look amazing. But when it comes to highly expensive, when it comes to building large production applications, yeah, that is where Devin is going to, if it works, become really expensive. Yeah, just like cloud computing. With cloud computing, if you want to host something simple, your simple front-end application, your personal website, your personal blog, and stuff like that, quickly you can spin some stuff up with Vercel, AWS Amplify. You can spin something up, even on Cloudflare and stuff. Use Cloudflare pages and stuff like that. But for people that are building very complicated applications on these platforms, they know how much they are paying. Do you know that on the cloud, you also pay to delete data? Yeah, to delete data from the car. I've seen a bill as high as 102,000, and I'm sure that's not the biggest bill. Egress traffic. You pay for for deleting data. You pay money. Someone was trying to empty their S3 bucket of terabytes, and they ran into a lot of bills for deleting data. So, talk about building large applications like a Shopify, like a Webflow, like a SaaS application like Figma. You want to use Devin to create that. My brother, you're going to be paying a lot, and you're still going to pay. You're going to also pay a lot for support, because you need to be talking to the Devin people back and forth to be able to get those kind of stuff done. So it's not going to be cheap, because AI is not cheap. Yeah, all that magic comes at a cost. And that cost is a lot of money. You're going to pay a lot of money. AI is not cheap. H100s are not cheap. I think one H100 costs one H100 GPU by Nvidia costs as much as $30,000. AI is not cheap. And also, imagine the time it takes for it to run some of these very simple demos. Like I told you, sometimes it takes 30 minutes. That's for one process. It's not the entire process. And sometimes when you accumulate the entire process, it's taking up to like 3 hours, taking up like 4 hours. Now imagine it's building something really, really serious. Imagine how long you're going to have that model running. That is going to cost a lot. So I think it's going to have the cloud computing effect in the long run. Also, I'm going to talk about one thing I also touch on is what will be the eventual impact. What I feel the eventual impact will be on developers, because I believe that some of you are watching this video to know that will it replace us, will it not replace us, what will it affect, what will it not affect. So I will still say it is not going to replace developers. But listen to me. It is going to raise the bar of what it means to be a developer. Yeah. It's not going to replace developers. It's going to raise the bar of what it means to be a developer. I still see it as a developer productivity tool. Yeah, it's just still another tool, productivity tool that we're going to use to get things done faster. But like I said, it's going to raise the bar for what it means to be a developer. Now you really need to know your stuff to build stuff. Yeah, you really need to have that breadth of knowledge to build good applications. And I'm saying using these AI tools. Yeah, using these AI tools. You need to really know what you're doing. Because like one of the things he deployed the Vercel app. To deploy that kind of thing, you need some API keys. You think a noob will be able to know all that? It's someone that knows how to work with Vercel that will be able to instruct it on how to deploy to Vercel, or give it the keys, at least if it doesn't even need any handholding, at least give it the keys that it requires. So you need to know a lot about the fundamentals. You need to know a lot about building performance applications, so that when it spits out any BS at you, you can correct it, you can steer it better to build something that is performant. So these days, you can't just BS your way through software development just because you know a few things, you've done Hello World in a few things. There are now machines that can do your work, and they will do it even far better. So you need to step up. Software development, I think, is now starting at intermediate to senior. I don't think junior is existing. I think that is one major impact that these tools are going to have. It's going to eradicate that junior, or redefine what a junior needs to be. Like I said, I don't think it's not definitely going to replace developers, because developers are still going to be the ones manning it. They are going to be the ones steering it, but it's going to raise the bar of what it means to be a developer. Also, I feel it will make proficient developers more expensive. Yeah, because now not only do you need developers that are deep in the knowledge of programming, that really know their stuff, they also have to be able to maximize the use of AI tools. Yeah, because AI tools are going to bring speed to everything we're doing. They're going to fasten the rate at which we are churning out software. So you need a developer that is not only good at development, but knows a particular tool. And there are going to be different tools. There's going to be a Devin, there probably will be a Kevin, probably will be a Sarah. And just like we have AWS, we have Azure, and we have GCP, all doing cloud computing. If you need to use any of those platforms, you're going to have to hire people that are good in those platforms. Apart from the fact that they are good software architects or cloud engineers, they have to be very proficient also in those platforms. And that's going to be more jobs. That's going to be a new type of job in software development. So it's going to make proficient developers way more expensive. So to all those CEOs thinking that they're going to cut costs, yeah, you cut it somewhere, you add it somewhere else. That's that. So yeah, those are my take. And for those that want to just know if Devin or tools like Devin is going to replace developers, I'll just leave you with one thing. Cognition Labs, the company building Devin, the company that built Devin, are still hiring software developers. Yeah, if you go on their careers page, they are still hiring software developers, and I believe that as they expand, they are still going to need to hire a lot more software developers. They didn't even build their site with Devin. They built it with I think Webflow or WordPress or something. Yeah, so that's just what I'm going to leave you guys with. That's my take on Devin. Devin is here to stay, I believe. I believe tools like that are here to stay. Even if Devin doesn't scale, someone is going to come up with something more. But I feel from this you've been able to get from some enlightenment, and if any new thing comes up in the future, I will also be here to talk about it, give my hot takes or rant about it. Till that time, I remain your bro in tech, FK.